breaking news alert.
Breaking news tonight, police are trying to figure out how a 28-year-old ended up shot and killed behind a Madison business. Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Allen. Police say it happened on Gallatin Pike around 9:30 last night. The victim was shot multiple times and later died at the hospital. Police say it happened after a group of men had gathered in the parking lot of the business. They're still working on a motive. Right now, southbound lanes on I-65 are blocked after a car flipped upside down. Our partners at Smoky Barn News says this is a two-car crash. It happened near mile marker 101 in the Millersville area. They don't have an exact timeline on when the lanes will be cleared, but they are working as fast as they can. A string of pedestrian crashes has now led to 2 deaths and 1 injury. 2 of those crashes happened on Broadway, the other not too far away. Our Steve Mailing has tips for those walking downtown. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office is still trying to track down a home intruder. Take a look at the security video that we have. They say that this man went into a home on Tuesday on Pawpaw Springs Road. You can see him just walking around the home, using his phone as a flashlight to make his way through. Authorities did not say if he actually took anything, but we do know that he was driving this white Nissan Titan pickup truck. An 80-year-old woman had to swim to survive during historic flooding from Hurricane Helene in East Tennessee. She lost almost everything that she owns, but says she is still clinging to kindness and hope. There is still an ongoing need for support and resources for those affected by Helene. If you'd like to donate, we have a list of items, plus locations where you can drop those items off. Check it out right now on our free WSMV4 app. We've had some unusually warm weather in Middle Tennessee this weekend. Joining me now is First Alert meteorologist Cruz Medina. And Cruz, you said that it's actually going to get even hotter this week.
Yes, it is. So we could actually see 80-degree temperatures.
All right, thank you, Cruz. Well, today the Tennessee Titans had a trip to forget up north. Chris Harris joins us live in studio now. Chris, another loss for the Titans after a brutal second half.
Yeah, make it all 5 games now that they've lost.
We are in the home stretch for the race to the White House now. Coming up, we hear from both presidential candidates with their latest arguments on why their opponent is unfit for the Oval Office. And looking ahead to tomorrow, you may want to think twice before hiring a home pro through popular websites. A WSMV4 investigation found many of those contractors aren't following the rules. Look for that investigation tomorrow evening right here on WSMV4. We're just a couple of weeks away now from the presidential election, and both candidates are pulling out all the stops. Vice President Harris held an event this weekend in Michigan. Plus, Grammy award-winning singer Usher joined Harris at her event in Georgia. While addressing supporters, Harris called out former President Donald Trump, saying he has no plan to address the needs of Americans.
It is just the same old tired playbook over and over again. He has no plan for how he would address the needs of the American people. Someone who suggests that we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States of America.
The Vice President also encouraged supporters to vote early. That is already underway here in Tennessee. And on the East Coast, former President Donald Trump returned to the battleground state of Pennsylvania. While speaking there, Trump says that he had talked to Israel's prime minister after a drone strike targeted the prime minister's home. Trump also used his time on stage to call for changes like using paper ballot voting over electronic machines. This comes as many states have seen issues when using machines to cast votes.
We want paper ballots, we want voter ID, and we want proof of citizenship. And we're finished. And we'll have quick, fair elections that will cost 8% of the cost of these very beautiful, fancy machines that go up to Mars and around and down and all over the place.
According to the Secretary of State, nearly 1.3 million people in Georgia alone have already cast their ballot for the election. Here in Middle Tennessee, this dry spell is continuing. With me now is First Alert meteorologist Cruz Medina. Cruz, you're saying there's no rain in sight this coming week either.
Yeah, so it's really just a prolonged period of dry weather, and we could really use the rain. We've got a beautiful week ahead, and I'm actually pretty excited about it because it looks like summer doesn't want to leave us alone. I know many folks are excited about the fall weather that we had this past week, but it's going to warm up in a big way. Now, if you're stepping out tonight for any celebrations, I'd say it's going to be a good night for that.
Speaking of celebrations, I want to say happy birthday to my mother. She is watching from home. Hope she's had a great day. I hope everybody watching has had a great day as well. We'll be right back here at 10 o'clock.